Hi, today I'm going to show you how to do this unicorn, how you can download it from my Etsy site and put it into Cricut and then print it out on vinyl. What you see before you is a paper copy, so you don't have to use vinyl, you can use all sorts of things. So that's the paper, and I will show you how to do iron on vinyl, but obviously you can do vinyl that can go on cups and plates, or you can do it out of material and put it on cushions or whatever you like to use it on. Right, so I've brought up my Etsy site, and all you have to do is add it to basket, and then you can instantly download, and you can download this to your file. Okay, so then you go back into your Cricut design space, do new project, upload image, browse, and then you find wherever you saved it, you find your SVG file, because I've also added in JPEG and PNG and all that other stuff. So for the Cricut design space, you want the SVG file, so you open that and it will show you in full colour, but of course you can change all this. You don't have to use the colours that I've picked, it's just to show you really that it comes in all separate parts. So once you've loaded the image up in here, you do insert image, and then there it is, inserted. So I probably want this to be set 10, and then if we shrink that down so you can see what I'm doing. So there's your image, and if you ungroup, the eyes are together, the ears are together, all the yellow bits of the flowers are together, all the pink bits of the flowers will be together, and so on and so on. So then if you want to change the colours, you obviously just highlight the one you want, go into the colour mat and change to whatever colour you want. Of course it doesn't really matter because your vinyl is probably a completely different colour to what's on here, but it'll just give you an idea of how it will look at the very end when you're done. So then if you go into make it will show you how big everything is. Now as you can see, the eyes are joined together, and if we find the ears, the ears have also come together, all the other bits. Where's the yellow for the centre of the flowers? So they're all in a line now, so you've lost the spacing of where exactly everything is. So if you come back out there and highlight the eyes, then if you weld them and weld all the yellows and all the pink flowers and the ears, should then find, when you go back in, that the eyes are now spaced out as they would be. So when you're layering up your vinyl, which is what this video is about, you can then iron them in the correct space and it'll all match up to the rest of it. All your dots are in the right place now. So all the other bits don't matter because obviously you've got to match them up anyway. So there's your image. Next thing to do is to cut the vinyl. Okay, so I'm all ready now, as you can see. My Cricut is all ready to print, it's on. I've sorted out all the vinyl and they're ready to go on the mats. So here's all the vinyl already cut, ready to go on the mats. Now a tip for this, because you have to make sure that the plastic is on the back and the colour is actually on the top. Now on some of the vinyl they have a white backing, so it's easy to know that that's the back and not the front, but on a lot of them they're shiny both sides, so you think, oh, which one's the top, which one's the bottom? So what I normally do is I go to a corner and I just peel the corner just a little bit, and you'll be able to see that the colour is on the front and the plastic bit is on the back. I don't know if you can see that very well, but so that's what I do. So it's just the very corner, and then you'll know that that's the top and that's the bottom. So that's the bit you need to stick onto the mat, the bit with the plastic, so that when you weed it, you leave behind the cut out shape. Now another point to make, before you start cutting, you need to go through your mats and mirror them, especially if you're printing out words, because obviously you'll have it on here and then you'll need to turn it over to iron onto your whatever you're ironing onto. So if you're doing ironing vinyl, you need to put the mirror on. Okay, so I'll just set up the first one. Right, just in case you're not sure where the mirror is, when you come to make it, down here it's got mirror, and you just slide this across and it will change it to the opposite direction. Quite simple, nothing to worry about really with that. So then the next thing is I've put the vinyl on my mat, as you can see, already set up, so I can just pop it in my machine. I can then go to continue and it will link to your device. Make sure your dial is on the correct setting, so I've put it on custom, and then if you browse iron on, and then you've got all these choices that you can then put on. So it's an everyday iron on, I would say. But you've also got vinyl and iron on your actual dial, so you can just turn your dial to iron on. And it will also remind you to make sure your mirror is turned on. So once you've done that, you just pop it into the machine, you press the button, and then it'll ask you to press the on button. And then it'll start cutting. Right, now I've done all the pieces now, everything's cut out, so you can just finish with that. And then obviously you can save it, whatever you want to do with it. Then the next bit is weeding to take off the excess stuff you don't need. Okay, so weeding is quite easy to do. So you just find the corner you picked up to make sure you knew which side was which. And then you start to peel. Now if you peel slowly, you should be able to catch where it's cut. Obviously some vinyls are easier than other vinyls. I'm not particularly keen on the vinyl that I've brought, so I probably won't buy it again. Then slowly just peel it off. Make sure you don't lose any bits. This is quite a nice big bit, so it should come off quite easily. As you can see, just have to make sure you get the detail of the hair. And then you just go in and pick out the bits that are left. Just should be a couple of bits, like so. So if you do that for all your pieces, and then I'll show you what to do next.